You've just finished having sex, what do you say to make it awkward? One time I had a girl tell me I was like a brother to her after sex. Uber or Lyft? Christ, that's good. Especially if you're married. Thanks for that. Wasn't gonna use it on my wife, but now I am. Thankful for her sense of humor. Next week, on Rifu. I think you mean next month. I went over to a woman's house because she offered me a pack of ramen noodles. We had sex, and after I finished I said the things I'd do for a pack of noodles. I wasn't invited back. Edit. Wow, this really blew up. For those curious, I did still get the noodles. If it makes you feel better, I thought it was a funny joke. Yeah, I totally would have invited him back for more noodles. I see a lot of joke responses here. So to make it a bit real, where are we? And that's it for today, streamers. Be sure to come back again tomorrow night for a new episode, and don't forget to mash those like and subscribe buttons. Midsex Jack in the Box 69, thanks for subbing and welcome to the Big Dick Club. Appreciate a lot, my dude. Thank you. So we are going to finish this orgasm, but before we do, I wanted to talk about this week's sponsor, NordVPN. I'm sure you see what I'm seeing, so this is why I'd like to thank Dollar Shave Club. So probably won't want to do that again. Girl who took my virginity, true story. Girl who took my virginity, if you wait long enough, it grows back. Finally, I can tick humans off my list. Finally, I can tick alive humans off my list. Had an exit high five afterwards. Did it out of habit with a rebound, and she was so confused. Way to go, champ. Attaboy. Good job, sport. Good hustle. Edit. I now realize I misread the title of What Do You Say as What Did You Say I Was a Teenager. We had just finished up car sex. And it wasn't great. We still hadn't figured it all out yet. I should mention this turned into a one-night stand. The location of the act was around the block from her house. I felt dirty afterwards. Not a great feeling. We finish up and I turn the car on to drive her home. Now all this was going through my head. And while I was thinking about that, I accidentally blew a stop sign. So I say, out loud, that was a mistake. But I swear to God I was talking about blowing the stop sign. This poor girl just hopped out my car and I never saw her again. Better brush up on consent, that poor stop sign. Can I have the condom back? Reduce, reuse, recycle. I think I can get one more bang out of this guy and it will be my longest lasting condom. Whisper in their ear, mother told me it would feel like this. Very Norman Bates. Purged due to some dickhead in my class. Oh God, OF. He can't hear us, he's wearing condoms. Imgur.com. Don't say anything, just stand up and turn the lights on so they can see how far their standards have actually fallen. Until in the light, you realize you were the one settling in this situation. Turn on the lights, look at them and gently dry heave. I think a long, drawn-out sigh and downward glance as you turn the lights off would do well. This would do so much psychological damage, lol. I thought of it because of a reaction a family member had when I asked them a question over lunch. Her son is getting married and I asked my aunt what she thought of his fiancée, who I've never met. Her sigh lasted around 3 to 5 seconds and her expression said everything. It'll be a fun wedding. I, for one, cannot wait. Edit. Thank you so much for the silver, kind stranger. Just gotta call my mum quickly. She'd love to hear about this. Apparently my brother, ever socially clueless, after losing his virginity described what happened in detail to my mom. My daughter thought it would be hilarious to drop details of her sex life into a conversation to make me go, no. Stop. The next time she tried it I just said yeah. That reminds me of a time your dad and I. That put a stop to that game real quick. Ah yes. Reminds me of when your father and I discovered wheelbarrow style. We ended up having to pay the hotel a cleaning fee. I told my stepmother and my father about the first time someone went asked to mouth on me. My stepmom replied, "Oh, that's like the 70s when everyone peed on each other. I almost died at it." And of course, my top comment is that time I told my parents about atming a girl. Thanks Reddit. Why would you tell them that? Lol. And though he'd been plugging the stink portal south, he whipped it above me and went for the mouth. I couldn't believe what was happening, Mom. She answered, I'm troubled by who we've become. One time a guy said mission accomplished and winked at me while doing finger guns. Edit, thanks for the silver gold. But no, the sex was awful and he had a mustache. I hope he does this every time with every partner. Then adds a tally mark to his wang like a soldier getting confirmed kills. Edit, first ever comment award. Thank you stranger. I like to put my head by her belly, rub it, and say, now we wait 9 months. Thank you for the gold, silver, and all the free internet points. I'm glad that my most upvoted thing on Reddit is BC of my postcoital awkwardness. You gotta do the cooking by the book. Break it down, bitch, let me see you back it up. You were right, that was fun, said while staring into the darkest corner of your room. The first time I had sex, I said thank you. The memory still sometimes makes me cringe late at night. There's nothing at all wrong with that, as long as it said an A that was amazing, thank you tone of voice and not a mealtime thank you for passing the salt tone of voice. It was more like I finally got laid. Thank you. Thank you. Seriously, I never thought I'd do this. When I went to that bar tonight, I never thought I'd find my soulmate. So, again, thank you. Calls mom to tell her he's engaged. It was almost, but not quite that bad. While tying the condom. I suck at making balloon animals tie for the gold silver. You tie because of the smell. And this was actually something I said to my current GF. I actually had a guy say, if my parents could see me now. Not as bad, but I had a guy take me to eat where his mother worked and told me several times that he really hoped she saw us, and wondered what she thought. Seems she's very religious and he was a pretty clean-cut guy. I'm heavily tattooed and at the time had a half-shaved head. He's the good girl next door type who brings home a punk to piss off daddy. Plot twist, he's the black sheep and his parents are closer to her. That was classic intercourse. Edit, U2.B for those of you thinking this is something original. I know we didn't discuss price, but I'd call that as being worth about $15, here's $20 because you did that thing with your mouth. Do you accept cards? I'm saving up my points. Do you take Tesco Club card? 11 seconds, that's a new record for you. Your sister does it better. My sister does it better. My dog does it better. Your dog does it better. Just last year, I took a guy's virginity, and didn't know until after the fact, and he told me that didn't feel as good as people make it out to be. Thanks dude. Edit, thanks for my first ever Reddit gold. TBF, no vagina can compete with the iron grip of a frantically masturbating virgin. That's why I jerk off with a rough towel so I'll have to feel better. Use sandpaper. Start sobbing and ask him, was that good for you? I have a friend who slept with a girl that would sob uncontrollably during sex. She warned him about it, that she would cry during, but that it was okay. He did not expect her to full-on cry as if she just found out her mother died. They didn't date long. I was worried until I read that it was a full-on cry. Usually I just have tears in my eyes. I can be laughing or smiling or having a blank face and they'll come out no matter what, it's weird.